I know this sounds crazy, but contentment could be the only thing you need to turn around your financial situation. Please stick around to hear my thoughts on this. Welcome to Coaching for Dominion, the space where we learn life skills, pursue purpose, and have dominion in every area of our lives. My name is Victor Kibet. So, what is contentment and how does it affect our finances? Contentment is being grateful, peaceful, and satisfied with the things that you have, where you are in life, and even what you are going through in life. People with contentment do not have the best of everything, but they make the most out of everything. Be it material things, be it relationships, they look at life from the positive perspective. Contentment is a state of peace and joy that is independent of what is happening in our lives, independent of the ups and downs of life. In fact, it's a state of completeness and living in the present. And some people wonder, is contentment about lack of ambition? And the answer is no, no, no. Contentment is not about lack of ambition, lack of interest in life, or even lack of a dream. You see, every day we live with dreams, things that we are pursuing. But before we achieve those things, there is a time between now and that time. And if we fail to recognize that, then it means we'll postpone the enjoyment of life, the peace and the joy that we so need in life up to that future time. And so, contentment is about living in the present, enjoying the present, having peace and joy in the present, no matter the things, the circumstances surrounding us. And by the way, there is nothing that you'll ever achieve in life that will bring you contentment. Why? Because contentment is something about the heart. It is something in the inside of you. Now, when we look at the environment that we live in, this era of social media, there are many lifestyles, many kind of things which are thrown at our faces, and sometimes we feel like our lives are worthless. You see, people seem to be doing very well in life. It seems like everyone is making it except us. And so, when we do not understand who we are, what is our values, what is our identity, what is our purpose, what is our journey, because everyone has his own journey in life, then we are likely to be influenced and feel lost and feel discontentment, which is basically the opposite of contentment. And discontentment is just being dissatisfied with what is happening around you, with your current status. It is about comparing yourself with others. It is about competition, a life of not pursuing things that are of importance to you, but what seems to interest other people. That is what we call FOMO. FOMO is an acronym for fear of missing out. This is where people do not pursue things because they value those things, but it is because they just feel like, man, I could be missing on something. I could be missing on something great. Why can't I just plug in and see what is happening? So you end up doing things that are not of importance to you, but because many people around you are doing. And when you look even at the case of habits, there is a risk of us living habits, developing habits that are contradictory, that are contradicting our values. Why? Because we are in a space where we are trying to fit in, to plug in, and we start doing things which we don't really believe in them, but we want to seek a sense of importance, fitting in a certain space, so that in our imagination we feel good and we get contentment. Now, how does contentment or discontentment affect finances? So, number one is that contentment is not a money issue, it is a heart issue. What does that mean? It means that you cannot use money to get contentment. Contentment is a state of the heart. So, for example, when you look at a simple example of families, there are families which are earning an amount, maybe, for example, 40,000 per month. And with that amount, they're able to take care of their children. They're taking care of their needs, education, basic needs. They even have something saved up for their retirement, and they are not in debt. But at the same time, there is a family earning $500,000 Kenyan shillings every month, and they are in debt, and they are living a life of distress. And it's because they are not living within their means, because they are pursuing things that, according to them, is going to give them contentment. So when you spend money on experiences, when you spend money on items, which I'm not saying that it is bad to spend on those things, but if your primary motive is that they will make you feel important, they will give you contentment, that is where you miss it, and you will end up being in debt. You see, when people use money to buy contentment, they are doing things the opposite direction. They are putting the cart before the horse. This is what it means. Contentment is supposed to help you to act in a manner that becomes possible for you to create wealth. Contentment facilitates wealth creation because it affects your behaviors and your decisions in a way that favors accumulation of wealth. But if you start by pursuing money and then using the money to pursue contentment, you get it wrong. And there is a very common saying in Kenya. People say that tafuta pesa kwanza ndio uanze mambo ya mapenzi. It's saying pursue money first, then after you get the money, you pursue love. Of course, that means what you are going to pursue after that money simply can't be love, because it means that you are going to buy something that should not be bought. Love should not be bought. So it is the same concept that when we are chasing money, and we are saying that when we get this money, now we are going to spend on experiences, we are going to spend on items, and when we do that, we get contentment, we get satisfied, we get joy and peace. That is a wrong approach. So that is number one. Number two is that only people with contentment manage money well. For you to manage money well, you must have delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the ability to delay the need to fulfill a desire within you. So for example, if I have this favorite meal and I feel really like taking this meal and I don't have the money, if I have delayed gratification, I'll be able to say, wait, I want this thing, but I don't have the money. So what do? Let me wait for next time when I'm able to do this. So people with delayed gratification are not influenced by what other people think. They are not influenced by friends, by relatives, by what is trending. They objectively evaluate things before they do. Before they spend their money, they look at, is this going to be valuable? How is it going to affect my finances in general? So having control in your life is very important. And only when you have delayed gratification are you able to have that kind of control. And you see now, there are things which are very important in wealth creation, like saving. If you're not able to say no to an expense which you are not able to meet, it means you're not able to save. So delayed gratification is very important. Number two, when you have delayed gratification, you are able to avoid debt because you agree within yourself that I cannot do this now. I cannot use tomorrow's money today. And number three, giving. People with contentment are givers. People with discontentment struggle a lot with giving. Why? Because according to them, what they have defines them. But people with contentment feel satisfied inside them. They feel complete within themselves. Even if not 100%, they still face challenges in life, but they feel that I have enough. I can share with others. Life is not about me. And so that is what happens when you have contentment. And there is a very interesting scripture in the Bible in Philippians chapter 4, verse 11 up to verse 12. This is the Apostle Paul telling us, and these are his words. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. This is very interesting. Apostle Paul is saying, I have learned, meaning there is a learning to do when you want to handle the issues of contentment. You need to learn to be content. And he's saying there that it is a secret. That is so important. It is a secret to learn being content, meaning it is a key to handling or dealing with many issues of life, not only finances, but many, many other issues of life. So the last point, number 3, is that there is always the next big thing. There is always the next model of a car, the next version of a phone, the latest fashion, the latest whatever gadget, whatever everything that it is. There is the latest hotel in town. Everything is progressing. Man is doing innovation every day, whether it is a new thing or it is just improving the products that are already in existence. So when your happiness comes from the newness of things, of how trendy things are, if your sense of value is coming from having the latest of these items, then you are in trouble, because it means your life is so shallow. You are defined by these things, and you will have to chase it every day, because every day something new is coming. So for how long are you going to chase these things? For how long are you going to look for the latest thing so that you feel content, so that you feel satisfied, so that you feel important? It simply means you're not in control. And by the way, the next big thing is always there every day. The marketers are here. They will flash them into your face to tell you that this is the latest thing. So there is always something that is chasing, one, your attention, and number 2, chasing your money. Every day, every day. So if your sense of value is coming from those things, then my friend, you are in trouble. So what do you need to do? You need to define what really is making you valuable. I mean, God created each and every one of us with a purpose. God created you with so much purpose, with so much value, that you can impact the lives of other people. Life is not only about you. Your life cannot be as small as the latest car, the latest phone. No. So we have to, and I know sometimes some of these things we fall into this trap because of the experiences that we've had in life. We have missed so much in life, and that we feel like our moment has now come to shine. Our moment to finally live has now come. But you're not living at all. That is not living. So that is basically it. And I want to close by saying this. Every person knows to some extent a prudent way or the best way to manage their money. Everyone has an idea. For example, if it's about saving, almost everyone knows that you need to save part of your income. But the problem is very few people are doing that. And you know the reason is this: knowledge is not enough. We must go beyond knowledge. We must go beyond understanding the things of finances and deal with our software, deal with our habits, because our habits inform the actions that we take. So if I know that I need to save, but within me, I don't have the capacity to save because I'm not in control of my emotions, then it means I'll not be able to do it. So that means my understanding will be of no benefit. So that is what I just wanted to finish with. And I'd like to invite you to our next video, where I'll be speaking about how do you identify discontentment in your life, in your family, in your children. And number 2, I will also prescribe a cure, a practical way of dealing with discontentment so that you can live a life of contentment. So thank you very much for coming this far with me. I'd like to invite you to engage with us through our social media platforms, all of them under the name Coaching for Dominion: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and our website www.coachingfordominion.com. See you in our next video. God bless you.